On the 21st of June 2024, the final verdict was handed down. Lycanet South Africa Proprietary Limited is to be liquidated. The verdict confirms the company's financial insolvency. The insolvency and closure are the result of an internal conflict led by former senior employees Albert Weigelhofer and Wayne Crambeck, who were once the pillars of the company. Together with Anikaflex Proprietary Limited, of which Albert Weigelhofer was a director, a petition for the liquidation of Lycanet South Africa was filed in September 2023. This charge was therefore not initiated by regulators, but by the company's own local management. What prompted Albert Weigelhofer to take action against his own company? The answer lies in Project X, a bonus program personally announced by Hubert Friedel. Project X, once again, promised enormous backroom financial incentives for those who reach certain career levels, such as vice president or president. But the reality was different. Many of the promised bonuses and commissions were never paid out, leading to a wave of frustration and a rift between the top marketers and the company. With claims amounting to 82 million rand, approximately 4 million euros, due to both Weigelhofer and Crambeck and their networks, the marketers ultimately had no choice but to take their company to court. Lycanet South Africa had proven financially incapable of paying the bonuses and liabilities from Project X. Bankruptcy was obvious. The conflict escalated further when in October 2023, Lycanet Austria GmbH, the parent company of Lycanet SA, tried to stop the liquidation under the direction of Radovan Vitosevic, CEO of Lycanet Austria. Vitosevic used procedural errors in the forwarding of information as an argument to avert immediate liquidation. He managed to have the ruling changed to a provisional liquidation, meaning that additional investigations had to be carried out before a final decision could be made. It quickly became clear that this was a delaying tactic. In January 2024, the company was back in court, but once again no concrete action was taken because essential documents were missing, a clear indication that Lycanet Austria wanted to continue delaying the liquidation. This was not surprising, as Lycanet South Africa was the main contractual partner for the South African marketers, and a closure would have far-reaching consequences. On the 21st of June 2024, the final decision was finally made. Lycanet South Africa Proprietary Limited will be liquidated. Despite all attempts by Lycanet Austria to prevent the judgment, the court had to recognise the insolvency and the company's inability to meet its financial obligations. The parent company's attempt to get out of the affair with formal errors, delaying tactics and statute of limitation strategies failed definitively. It is still uncertain what the consequences of the demise of Lycanet South Africa will be. It is clear that the liquidation could have far-reaching consequences for thousands of marketers. Many of them had hoped for the promised bonuses and commissions, which were never paid out. Mistrust in Friedel's company is increasingly being shaken, and the events in South Africa are not an isolated case. Similar judgments have been made in Norway, which we will report on in detail. The current situation may be devastating for the marketers involved, but it is important not to despair. There are still opportunities to assert claims and enforce your rights. We actively support the rights of victims and represent Lynas, Lycanet and MyWorld members internationally to reclaim investments. If you are affected and have questions or need support, contact us to have your claim represented in the world's largest cross-border collective litigation being brought against Hubert Friedel and responsible Lynas Lycanet and My World Group companies.